Sometimes we just want to go the easy way instead of taking the hard way. And even though it might take us longer to get where we want to go, if the job is done right, then we have to be okay with that. And sometimes we want to do patchwork on something that should really be dug up. And as I'm driving, I'm going through all these potholes in Michigan, and I'm realizing that this stuff that should have been dug up a long time ago, they just keep patching it, and they just keep patching it. And I'm wondering what made the roads mess up this way, and why are the streets so bad? And it's because when it snows that they begin to put a salt mechanism down to help your car not slide as much. What I learned about the salt is that while it helps you in the winter, it doesn't do much for you in the spring or in the summer or even in the fall. That it only was able to be good pretty much for one season, and that after that winter season is over, then you have to deal with the effects of the salt and how the salt messes up the pavement, and now it creates craters and potholes, and you have people that have had spinouts and flat tires repeatedly because what worked in one season didn't work in another season. And maybe you today are trying to use something that helped in one season, but it'll eventually hurt you in another season. And so maybe you thought it was okay to shack in one season, but not knowing that it was going to hurt you for the rest of your seasons. And maybe you thought it was okay for them to pay your bills or for you to pay their bills, but in one season you thought that that was cool and it was what you thought that was best and what you needed to do. But in another season, it only just made things worse, and it made things horrible, and you tried to patch up things, and you tried to make it work, and you wanted it to look like a family, and you wanted it to look like a ministry, and you wanted it to look like a business, but you kept doing patchwork on stuff that should have been dug up. And God says, I can't build anything on a shaky foundation. I can't build anything on sand. And so in order for me to do something about it, I'm not gonna patch it up no more. I'm not gonna make it look pretty anymore. I'm not gonna allow you to sew it up or to cover it up or to suit it up or to make up, and I'm not allowing you to do any of that or dress it up, but I'm going to have to tear it all down and start from the beginning and show you that the beginning was okay, and the stuff that you thought was helping you was actually hurting you. And even though it's hurting you, God said, I allowed it to happen for a season, because sometimes you need things in seasons, and the salt helped us for the winter time, but when we switch seasons, we really didn't need it. It's just like a rocket that it can only carry its boosters for so long, that in order for it to go higher, it has to release its boosters. And God said some stuff was okay to help get you off the ground, but now that you are in the air, there is some stuff you gotta release. There is some people you gotta let go of. There is some relationships that wasn't meant to be. And maybe you were meant to be good friends, or maybe they were an assignment. And there is some jobs that you wasn't meant to have. And maybe the Lord wanted you to be an entrepreneur and open up your own business. There was some things that didn't work out that you wanted to work out badly, and you cried about it and you prayed about it. But God says that in this season, I'm not gonna allow you to get used to carrying stuff over and rolling stuff over into another season, but I love you so much that I'm going to give you something new in this season. That's why the children of Israel, after 40 years of eating manna, God says, listen, I'm not going to give you that stuff anymore, but I'm going to allow you to go into a land with milk and honey, but I'm not going to feed you every morning and feed you every night. But when you walk into your promise, you got to go get your food. You got to climb on your tree and pick your apples. You got to hunt for your food. You have to get off of the mentality of everything is going to be done for me and that everything is going to be provided for me. But in this season of your life, there is some stuff that you just have to go get. So what, it didn't work? God wants you to do something different in this season. So what, it didn't turn out the way that you thought it should turn out? Maybe God has a different plan for your life. At the end of the day, it's not really what we want, God, but help us to want the things that you want. walk away from what you want us to walk away from. Help us to hold on to what you want us to hold on to. But most of all, God, help us be obedient.